Hi Aries. Hi Aries. Alright, welcome to this place. If you're new here, it's called Opal Oracle. You can call me Raji. If you're returning, welcome back. Okay, so we're gonna just jump right in here. This is June, but whenever you find this, happy now. So I feel like this is a really nice time for you. It's like friendship is probably good. I feel like you're able to communicate really easily with who you are. What you want. Did we say friendship is really good? What else? Jupiter's going to be giving everyone a gift. We're going to do a separate video about that, but I want you to be aware of that. Maybe the reading will give us some clue. Usually when any star leaves a sign, pardon me, from being there, once something is in a place for a certain amount of time, once it shifts into its new place, there's usually a gift. But again, we'll talk about that. So I guess expect a gift at some point in the near future. You also ended up with 13 cards. So I feel like your Scorpio house is highlighted. Specifically, this is also just change in general. It could be a really big change. I also saw the South Node in the 4th house. So to me, the first thing I saw with this was finding home. So I don't know if some of you, maybe you're looking for a home or you're looking for something that brings you comfort. I feel like that's coming to you. Just could maybe be finding like more of, again, like a comfort zone. Like, okay, I'm comfortable with who I am. Things like that. All right, let me tune into these cards. You actually have a lot of, oh, you have Justice twice. Okay, I used 2 different decks like put together. So let's see here. Let's kind of start in the beginning and like go through the story. All right, we're supposed to start at the bottom and work our way up. So right now, again, your connections with other people, like people are really admiring and respecting your abilities. I also see you also respecting like other people's creative expression. You know, like, again, just folks being like, wow, that's really interesting. Like, that's what you're doing. You know, I'd say whatever you do for work too, it's like, you don't have to yield anymore to something. Maybe you had to slow down for a while, or you felt slow, right? Aries usually is very fast, right? Bright red, which is usually like stop. But I feel like this bright red that I'm seeing is actually more of a go energy. So someone's looking at something differently. Let me see here. Yeah, so where it was a stop, it's now a go. Where it was like super going, I feel like something's slowing there, but it's for good reason. It's for really good reason. And I think it's because, again, wherever you've had to yield or something wasn't going at the pace that you want, I feel like that stops. And now you have the green light, which is so interesting because I heard that, like, kick off your shoes and relax your feet, and you have the green light. We just did 2 readings that is entitled that, so maybe those will be helpful. Because there might have been something like, I don't know if this was like in your mind, or like maybe this is someone, sorry, I'm really hot. I hope you don't mind. The seasons are changing and it just feels so good to like be alive. So maybe there was someone, I don't know if this is you or someone else, that was kind of like in their mind, they were having a hard time being optimistic about something, you know, or they were just like, again, the what usually is the case, again, it's changing. And a person recognizes, like, look, I know I shouldn't be thinking like this. I know I should be thinking about this differently. Like, I know that maybe what these thoughts are saying, my mind is saying to me, say in a negative way, where it's like, you're not good enough, or you're not, this isn't possible, is now changing. And someone now is like really clear about something, maybe because they're not doing something alone. And I think a person has a lot of clarity around the changes that they want to make. This is also showing me, like, what are those shells called? Those, I keep hearing the word ankh, but that's not right. It's you know, it's like where something grows, it goes from the center and then outward, outwardly. And it gets bigger and bigger and more bigger and more bigger and beautiful. I also see you have a lot of friends, this kind of book ending. You have a lot of friends right now that are supporting you. Very much so. It's like, maybe talking to a friend could be really helpful, or hanging out with friends could just like give you, maybe it's an opportunity, actually. Sorry, I just heard something. I was trying to figure out what that was. It's nothing to worry about. It made me more curious than anything. Oh, it's a wasp. Oh, okay, dude. You want to go outside? Hold on a second. Huh. Can you do it, buddy? Don't get stuck in here. Excuse me. Inappropriate. Got my shorts on today because it's freaking hot. Alright, so yeah, lots of support on either side. So if there's this thing where you're like, is this real or is this true? Am I thinking about this right? I feel like King of Swords on the bottom, Six of Cups. Again, somebody, Ace of Wands. Somebody's going to be like, if there's Seven of Cups, if there's like confusion, and again, Magician in the reverse, where it's like, am I thinking about this right? Just talk to somebody else, because they're going to be like, you're good. Like, you're good. Or if you're like, which way what's my next step with this? Someone's like, no, you're all good. 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're all good. I like that a person isn't like, I think they're thinking differently about what they want to be around too. Like what's important to them right now. You know what I mean? Like, because in the heart of the matter, you have this Death card. Which to me, this Death card is not about literal death. It's about like changing who a person is in and of themselves. They're becoming more in tune with their own like soul's purpose, or it sits next to the star. And if you can see here, the colors actually, like, see how it goes together? So something you've been wishing for is like, I think you're aligning in your heart better with it. So don't lose faith. Right? What was that old reading of yours years ago? Like, have faith, have faith, have faith. And if you don't feel like you have it, don't forget to ask for it, okay? Oh, there's some interesting, you could use dream work, because you have the star and then this King of Cups, which is showing me nighttime. It could be like dream work is telling you something really interesting, or like you're getting a lot of information that's coming through that space. But you may have to use it creatively. It's almost like what was separated from, like what was outside of a person is now becoming like a part of a person. Like they can connect to it and then they can disconnect to it from it. It's not like this ultimate, like, at least at this time, it's not this like ultimate permanent, um, I'm seeing permanent, like a permanent marker. Like it's not a stain on something. It's a opportunity is the way I'm seeing it. Um, Someone looks really, I see someone in a bathing suit or like at the beach too. Yeah, there's like multiple bathing suits. So like maybe going out to, like in the water some way, somehow, out in the sunshine. That could be something this month that's just like awesome. It'd be good for you. I feel like that's a way for someone to kind of unwind. Maybe when you're on the water or near the water, also, you know, you could, um, someone's rejuvenating. The sun is very rejuvenating. Someone's getting tan too, or like their skin, like their complexion is changing. Like the sun is giving them like uh, this golden hue. You know, it's like you can tell that someone has sun in their skin. It's like, you know, that feeling when like you've been in the sun and you're like, oh, this feels good. Like I can feel the vibrancy of this like in me now. Like even when you're out, again, even when you're disconnected from it, it could be nighttime, right? And you're still like, I can feel this warmth. So I'm happy for you there, too. Oh, it's a little moth. I thought it was a wasp. It's a little moth. Cute. They're great pollinators. So what are we talking about? Like something's pollinating, or there's things that, so something's again opening up. And because of that, and I see people believe in you, like people believe in each other. It's so good. I mean, look, you have the justice next to the justice card. So this is showing me like double good karma. And, but I think part of the balancing is balancing. Someone needs to like, at times, balance their mind. Maybe this is your partner. If your mind is like really straight, right? You have this Ace of Swords. If you're like on point, you're like, look, it's fine, right? Aries to me is generally not afraid of anything. You're a very courageous sign. I mean, you question yourself sometimes too, but like you work through it. It's something you want to do, right? So if this is like your partner or someone that you care about like this, a relationship that's close to you, it's like you, I feel like someone here has the capacity to like put someone at ease as well. Um, I do feel like your rest, your sleep, um, it's reminding me of the sun's energy and the way that it works. This is also Leo. It's like, you know, sometimes we don't need much of something, right? Like a little bit of sun is going to rejuvenate us a lot. A little bit of exercise gives us a lot of energy. A little bit of sun gives us a lot of energy. A lot of sun, a lot of exertion physically is going to make us, we can gain energy from that, but it's going to end up being more like kind of neutralized by the excess of it. So maybe someone's trying with this double justice, maybe like you and another person are like trying to balance something, or you and another person are trying to change things like at the same time. So this actually shows me that your partnerships or what you are in relation, whoever you are in relationship with, are like on the same page. And when you're not, it's like the other one can balance the other one, right? It's like, again, if someone was like, because you have two technical hard cards. You have the Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, but that sits between justice and death. So it's like, so there's been things in life that the mind still remembers sometimes where it gets like kind of stuck in a loop, and it has to do with Saturn and your 8th house. So maybe some of you have this naturally, or it's transiting there or something like that. Maybe you want to look at that in your map. Saturn's always like a adjustment point. Hey, so, but because this is just mental, then that can change, right? It's not like a permanent, it's not a permanent thing that you have to be that worried about. This is where you, if you get, okay, whoever gets stuck in their head, it's like, please go to the beach, put on your bathing suit, go lay in the sun, go sit in the grass, take a nap if you can, do something creative that's like outside of work, that's you know, again, hang out with friends. Like, maybe that seems too simple, but it will really balance something. I would also say work relationships are really positive. If you're starting any new contracts, though, I would look at the details of that. You know, like, all right, what's this next? Okay, you're starting like a new project, or you're starting again, like some kind of new thing. It would be like, let me go over, like, well, how, ask a lot of questions. Ask a lot of questions about it, and because you'll be able to realize, like, all right, well, wait, is this in line with me? Like, is this going to take up too much of my time? Like, what are my other, I heard, interesting, I heard, what are my other occupational faculties? And then I saw the words personal desires. Okay. Give me a second. Scorpio and Aquarius, Libra. Aquarius, Scorpio, Libra. So this is Saturn, Venus, Mars. So that means, again, it's showing me again that that which you were in relationship with, that's been long standing, especially like, because this is feminine, masculine energy. This is also the like drive to achieve something in this physical world. That's I heard, doing really well for thee. Like, there's something extremely positive there. The star is also like, I am wishing for something, right? Like, I'm putting this out to the universe, like, in a mental way. And I feel like, again, the soul is ready. There's support with other people. There's support all around that. Like, people agree, they're on the same page about this. So what are the goals that you're trying to achieve that have to do with other people? Because that's really important. And I feel like if there is anybody where you're like, I don't know about that, or about this person, or like, then maybe sleep on it, right? I wouldn't, because Aries, to me, even though you're such an independent energy, you can be just as loving, giving, like overcompensating as, look, we're even like pumping our fist, as like Cancer and Libra. So all the cardinal does this. It's very responsible. It's like, yeah, I'll help you. Yes, 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 yes. Aries says yes a lot. Because you know you can do it. It's like almost a test to yourself. It's almost like a challenge to yourself, right? Like, can I put a lot on my plate? And yes, of course you can. You do it all the time, right? But as there's a lot of energy here that's talking about, like, what happens not at work, what happens not in your responsibility world exactly, that needs attention too. So maybe you just want to balance that. If you can, try to work, like, because I'm seeing this Four of Swords as like someone working like 4 days a week instead of 5. There are 4 weeks in a month. So if you're kind of like, I'm working 8 days a week and then maybe I have a day off, I think that's going to burn you out too much. Again, it's like too much sun. So, all right. let's choose a closing card. Hold on. Let's pick an animal. This deck is cool. Animal Apothecary by Cara Elizabeth. Yeah, so there's something gonna be, it's like, it's gonna knock on your door. What did we say? Finding home. Let's see, Aries. That's the last energy. So we have inner conflict resolution at the bottom. And then we ended up with let go and bury. So with this Scorpio energy, I guess someone would have to let go of something or change something. And I think because the hard cards, if you will, in this deck are mental, that's all you have to change. You don't necessarily have to change like too much of who you are or too much of what you're doing. It's just because air is also, to me, is like planning. Right? It's writing things down, it's numbers, it's like, it's the details of things. So that's all you got to switch are like small parts, not these really, it's not earth, like, oh, I got to change this big, huge thing, or like water, I have to change this whole, I got to change the way I feel. No, there's no big feelings that are bad that you need to switch or anything. It's like, let's see, let go, bury. It's 17, so that's the star card again. Okay, look. 15 is immense growth, which is the vulture. Then 16 is the opportunity, which is the woodpecker. So some of you must have received, it came right before this let it go, bury, which is the scorpion fly. There must have been some opportunity that came a knocking on your door. And part of, before this opportunity came, the vulture came, which is to me another, it's like Libra Scorpio energy, where like it's a soft change, but it's a big change. It's a change that's wanted, the vulture. But we have to do a little bit of a hard thing. Then again, something comes a knocking, you get this wonderful opportunity. Because of that opportunity, then we have to let go of something. It says, what thing or belief are you holding on to that no longer fulfills your purpose? Star, Justice, and the Death card. It's so perfect. You got it. So let's try to answer that. Feel free to pause. What thing or belief are you holding on to that no longer fulfills your purpose? What do you need to let go of and finally bury in the dirt? When you give a proper burial and goodbye to what no longer serves us, it allows the natural process of decomposition to happen. It is through this letting go that something unexpected and beautiful can germinate, right? Can be pollinated, right? Even the seed, we have to let go of the seed, put it in the soil. That's a bury, right? Because it says, in burying what does no longer serve you creates a space for something more profound to grow. You become stronger by weeding through what is no longer contributing to your growth. This card's medicine shares that a new development is waiting to blossom, but you must first sacrifice and bury the unneeded that is taking up space. Trash the old and outdated. So I feel like, again, because this is a mentality, or that's the way I'm seeing it, like, let's give a few examples. If this is something literal, with this double justice card, say it's like old relationships. Maybe some of you have something of like an ex of yours or a family member. Could be whoever. Maybe you want to take that and bury it and be like, I know I need to let go of this because it's stopping me in some way. You're not letting go of the person. You're not letting go of the love. It's just like a ceremony to be like, I need to let go of this again to step forward. Let's switch this into another area of life. Say this is about work or money or mentalities around having in the physical world. Maybe you want to take like a penny, right? I see someone taking a penny. It's like, say someone has issues with money. It's like, take a penny and be like, why do I think that this, like, this gives me hang-ups, and I know it gives me hang-ups. I want to let go of that. I want to bury this fear about this, or like this mentality about this. Bury it, you know? Maybe it's if it's purely mental too, it could be, again, like the way you perceive yourself. Maybe you want to take a little piece of a mirror or like something or a little piece of you, like a little piece of your own hair or something like that, and be like, I don't need, this is no longer me. One of your things. And you can do it like that. I mean, maybe it's an old thing from your childhood. I don't know. But maybe it's a piece of like something of your pet. So I guess to close this out, just to close this out, I think you'd want to, if we're letting go of things, and again, it's a mentality, I feel like this connects to something in the physical world. So if you can let go of anything during this time, it's reminding me of when I left the South, and I was like, I went through all of my things for a couple years. Like, I just kept going through things. Like, let me go through my books. And I'm like, well, I've read this one, I've read that one, I'm not going to read this again. Like, and I would just get rid of it. I kept the things that were important to me. I kept the things I know, etc. You can keep things, but I would, like, let go. You know, because I knew somewhere inside of me that I was going to move to this new space in the future, but I had no idea when, I had no idea how, I had no idea where. These kind of questions I couldn't answer, but I had this feeling where I just knew, like, I'm moving on to this next space. And because of that, I kept letting go. And so when I actually had the transition of moving, it was so much lighter. You know what I mean? It was so much, it's like, it's Saturn energy. Like, you want to go to this next space. All right, well, you can't take everything with you. All right, you can do that. Opportunity. No expectations. Because I think you're going to be surprised by what happens, too. Like, in the future, and I'm going back into that gift, right? Small steps equal big accomplishments. I really think you're going to, whatever this prayer answered, yeah, it's like whatever you've been wishing for, what are you wishing for? What is your heart and soul? I don't know if it's like always said, or if it's just in this time frame where it's like, man, I know, you know, this is, I've always wanted this, or I'm really ready for this. And then I heard, make space, and then get out and enjoy yourself, because I feel like you don't need to question work either. Just don't overdo it there, because life is short and you want to enjoy it too. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm gonna say that's that. I love you, Aries. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for being a part of this place, and however you share and care and support, and, you know, whether you like this video or comment or just like sit, like we say over in the garden. It's like, say you just sit over by the tree and listen. You know, you being here matters very much. So you being a part of this life, it really matters. And Well done. Oh my God, look. The Death card and the Five of Pentacles. So we're letting go of some kind of lack mentality. We're letting go of something that says, you know, that says to a person, again, Five of Pentacles to me is so psychological. It's like so Scorpio. It's like someone's letting go of something where they feel like they've always felt small, or they felt like it was impossible, or they had like a weird mentality around it. So whatever that is, it's shifting. Yep, King of Pentacles. Right? Five of Pentacles becomes King of Pentacles. Yes, please. So whatever the fear is, so you should look at your Taurus, Scorpio houses, because those are being highlighted. Because this doesn't just have to do with now. Nine of Pentacles. Look how I love how happy and beautiful she is. This doesn't just have to do with now. It has to do with down the road too. These people are so happy. Good job. Someone's so proud of somebody. Sun card. Wow. Right? What a beautiful, look at it looking up at death. It's just like, all right, I'll let go. Okay. You take care. And I will talk to you next time. Peace out, Aries.